So we are here for the NFL TV schedule maps for Week 13, 2025. So we have a few games going on here. On Thanksgiving day here, we have 1 Eastern, 4:30, and 8:20 Eastern time games. We have the first match we have is the 1 p.m. game, and is Kevin Burkhardt and Tom Brady. They are calling the best Thanksgiving Day early game. They always Fox and CBS, and they always switch. Either one of them gets the early game at the 1 East, the early game. One of them gets the middle game, and this one, it's Green Bay and Detroit. This one with Kim Burkhardt to read. No surprise, they're going to be the featured announcers. And always the number one announcers always call Thanksgiving Day games. For CBS, it's Jim Nantz, Tony Romo. They're calling Kansas City, Dallas, Cincinnati, Baltimore. NBC, Mike Tirico, Jason Garrett. And it was always no surprise here. But you always had one of them, like when it was Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth. You know, not always Al Michaels step away, but like later, you had Al Michaels step away and Mike Tirico took his place. Now they're given Chris Collinsworth is in his contract. He wants to have Thanksgiving Day off, or he just chooses to, or they, one of the two. They have Jason Garrett in first place, filling for one game. He always calls I know he's on Football Night in America. Then I believe he either used to call or like be with the Notre Dame games. Then you have Chicago, Philadelphia with Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit, the normal game. Then we have Denver at Washington, NBC on Sunday Night Football. No real surprise there. I mean, Amazon. Thursday Night Football is usually not on Amazon, or Black Friday Football was never on, but and Thursday, but it's part of the Thursday Night package on Black Friday game, but it's usually never a Black Friday game. But with the Thursday Night package, but it was also on CBS, Fox, NBC, and NFL Network Simulcast. NFL Network had it like the first few weeks of the season exclusively, and then so people they forced people to subscribe to NFL Network, and then week 2, I think week 2, 3, and 4, I want to say, and then week 1 was NFL Kickoff, which is the NBC. So they've always, and then but they do, but I think Amazon wants a game every week that they can after the Thursday night kickoff special. And then the last week of the season, week 18, NFL does not do that. And EC actually bought the rights to about 30 games, so yeah. ESPN did, so ABC ESPN has the rights to both, so yeah, on that one. Anyways, Chicago, Philadelphia, so then we have, but then Denver, Washington's going to be with Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth for Denver, Washington. Then NY Giants in New England is on ESPN. Surprised on ABC, but they're having Disney holiday show with dancing and singing concerts and like dancing and singing of favorite Disney songs, like Christmas songs and favorite Disney theme songs and that type of thing. It's kind of which I mean, some stuff they have like that on there, because I know they have the game shows. Sometimes they have holiday themed episodes of game shows that their game shows that they show a week. Those game shows that are celebrity editions of syndicated game shows, or game shows that old game shows they bring back, revamp them. They have like holiday themed episodes of game shows. So stuff, but and then they have Chicago, Philadelphia, Simulcast on WFLD, Fox 32 in Chicago, and WTXF, Fox 29 in Philadelphia. And then Giants, New England is simulcast on WWR, My 9 in New York, My Network TV affiliate in New York. And it can be on like other networks like My Network TV, CW, all them like you have seen for NFL preseason in certain markets. But it has to be shown on a channel that most people can get. And like some of these like preseason games in certain markets, they're on like sub channels, 0.2s in certain markets, like especially markets that you'll see, might have like multiple teams. Either like that network is going to have something, some of it, some programming they don't want to overlap, have to show a later date, or they live in a market with like multiple teams, like Hawaii or like Alaska, or with multiple different interests, or like different states, interest, they don't have NFL teams necessarily, maybe they don't necessarily, or different markets, that might overlap, fan bases might overlap, in those specific markets, so then it's WCBB, ABC5 in Boston, and then the CBS early window. They're going to have Inigo JJ Watt on Houston Indianapolis. No surprise there. Houston is 6-5. Indianapolis is 8-3. San Francisco Cleveland is with Cameron and Chuck Green. Cleveland. San Francisco is really carrying that game. There's no buys during week of Thanksgiving, because they have 6 games on simulcast, or 6 games on national broadcasts, and then they want to have a few games for CBS early, CBS late. Otherwise it would turn in like the Christmas week, and they have a few games on there, and they have a few Saturday games on like FL Network. So yeah, and then you have San Francisco, Cleveland, Chuck Green, and then Jacksonville in Tennessee, Spiro Deeds, and Mark Chiletta. That's no surprise. Tennessee is 1-10. Jacksonville is really carrying that. Same with San Francisco game, but Cleveland, looks a little more attractive. And then Buffalo at Pittsburgh. That's the second tier announcer, third tier announcer, Cameron Green. The fifth tier announcer, Lee Demarcha. And the fourth tier announcer, Andrew Cannon, shows it was Jason McCray. Las Vegas Senators. Yeah, Buffalo at Pittsburgh. They're at Tony, Jim Nantz, are calling both. They're calling the featured game on the CBS late window. I'm surprised they're not giving them Sunday off, and then calling and then having Inigo JJ Watt on the late window game, or one of the two games. Probably a Thanksgiving of Jim Nantz. Like Fox always gives up Kim Burkhardt and Brady the Sunday game off. Yeah, right, just doing that now, which I appreciate, but just kind of, I'm surprised. Or maybe, and then the Fox single window, the feature announcers Joe Davis, Greg Olson are not getting the single one. I wonder if Minnesota Seattle is going to be the featured game. I wonder. Maybe. That could also be the featured game. But also, I would not be surprised if LA Rams in Carolina is the featured game. That's it with Amamine Drew Brees. And then the second, and then that's the third tier notes. The fourth tier notes. I would actually. Really, it's Kevin Kugler, Daryl Johnston, I would say, or Amamine Drew Brees, I guess. But Amamine Drew Brees is really taking over the first, third tier notes. I would say third tier. I would say they took over the number one game in the single window for Sunday, but they're the third tier. I would say like they're third tier losers. No, and then so it's LA Rams screen, and then LA New York Jets. Gilbert Jets this week. I would say that's like the fourth tier game for a Fox single. There's now the 14 answers for this week of Fox single. I mean, that's no surprise there. Atlanta is. What are they? 3-7, 3. I mean, pretty low. And then New York Jets are only 2 wins. Arizona at Tampa. Arizona's giving that down. Not very great. Tampa is 6-5 with them. With the backup quarterback at Teddy Bridgewater. Coming in last on Sunday Night Football for the injury being Rayfield. So then so I mean that's probably why some of these games are getting a little regularly too. Who's gonna be it? And then New Orleans at Miami. Chris Maris right shooter. New Orleans only has 1 win. Miami alright, they're really bottom tier. Miami 4-7. So, yeah. Yeah, no. And then this, that's the late window game. Probably the best because Seattle's the best team. But if you won't, I mean, LA Rams is probably the best overall game, though. Though.